Alright, I'm back safe and sound from visiting the lovely Amanda. Man, arduous trek. And I don't have much to say other than I'm back and I'm safe, and thank you very much to Amanda and her family for kind of hosting me and making room in their life for me. But of course, on top of that, I do have lots to say. Very first E40. Why don't I just do a small little diary? I'm going to do a small little diary. This is for me, not for you. Just go watch a DirtNet video if you dare. Okay, so the trip down to South Lake Tahoe, I went kind of Central Oregon, the Bend route. First sip of E40, folks. It's got that metallic taste, that nail polish taste to it. For God's sakes, if I, the Earl of Portland, wanted to put my name on a goddamn malt liquor, you got to know your first sip would not remind you of nail polish. Anyway, heads down through Bend. I left right after work. I was exhausted. It was a long work week. I was stressed. I made it a good distance, actually. I made it like 3/4 way through Oregon before I just got tired. It was starting to get dark. I was starting to get blurry-eyed. Pulled off to the desert. Had a really nice desert experience. Went off not very far off the road, kind of butt middle of nowhere, and just camped, hung out with the dog, and drank some malt liquor, and ate potato chips, and listened to music, and smoked my pipe. Fuck. Oh, God. Got freezing cold middle of the night, woke up crack of dawn, got back on the road. I saw a place in Oregon that says we sell 100 beers, and this is how I realized I was so tired. I drove right by it. I was like, man, I gotta stop by that place on the way back, which I did not because I got lost. And I got to pull over because I'm obviously too tired. And then the next day I just drove like a madman. Once you get into California, I'm going to go buy some new boots on the rest of my vacation. These boots have had it. Then I just bombed down to South Lake Tahoe. And once again, after 7-8 hours driving, maybe less, like 6, 7. I was conking out again. I pull into town, let Amanda know I'm coming, and she's like, well, unfortunately I'm getting ready to head to work. And then my hotel was in a cell phone dead zone, so I kept waiting for it to come on. So I wasted a lot of time trying to get a hold of her. Finally went and got internet for the hotel room. The Motel 6, I stayed there. It was nice. It was mildly dirty, but I didn't mind. There was hair and stuff places. There was dried toilet paper stuck to the shower curtain. But whatever. It was cheap, and I didn't mind that much really. And actually, it turned out to be real close to where all the places I wanted to go to. So I'm coming up to the embarrassing part. Oddly enough, it's the embarrassing part for me, and Amanda thought that another part of the story would be embarrassing. Amanda's getting off late at night, and I'm like, I'll come pick you up. And I also said, I'm fucking tired, which thank God I put that out there, because when I slept through I didn't sleep through my alarm. My alarm's programmed especially not to go off on Mondays and Tuesdays. I forgot that I had done that, and I slept through. So she's getting off work, she's out there waiting for me. It's dark. She's alone and sad. It might rain. Bears might come into the parking lot at any moment. And one of her coworkers says, I think he overslept, man. I don't think he's coming. I'll give you a lift. So she got a lift down to meet me. She's knocking on my door. I'm like dead conked out asleep. Akila kind of wakes me up, and Amanda's calling me from outside, and I wake up and I don't know what's going on. I don't know where I am, and I open up the door, and there she is, and there I am, buck naked. Yeah, I normally like to meet people for the first time in a little bit more composed state, as opposed to the state that I was created in, but that's how it happened. How in the hell am I going to drink a 40 of this? Oh my god. Oh, that's foul. And then, not to get bogged down in details, the place is gorgeous. The lake is amazing. The richest blue, all different kinds of shades of blue. You're in a caldera of a volcano, so every bit of the horizon is mountainous and snowy. It's like desert, except for it's like a rich desert. Like there's flowers blooming everywhere. There's stuff growing everywhere. Lots of, actually, like, I was gonna say wildlife, but like the vast majority of what I saw as unusual to me was a lot of birds and bird sounds. And that was fantastic, and we went out to eat at delicious places. My favorite place to eat. You know, I think my favorite place was the breakfast place. It just seemed like, I mean, the meal was gigantic for one, but it just seemed a little bit more relaxed for me. Though we did go to a Mediterranean place where I ordered fish and chips, and I think the fish and chips for some reason made me sick. But anyway, meeting Amanda was fantastic. Hi, Amanda. Um, Wonderful, intelligent, smart, emotionally, intellectually rich woman. Man, that was I was nervous when I was planning this vacation, and once I got down there, all the nerves went away, and it was like the best decision ever. Unlike this one. Why did I buy so much? Oh, another one of my YouTube friends drove like an hour and something over there to hook up with us. We tried to go for a couple hikes. Not only did I get turned back by snow and rain, but getting snow and the rain, so I took off my straw hat. I also got sunburned. So like getting snowed on and sunburned. That's how they roll up there at that elevation. Oh, and then so we're going up Mount Talak, the highest point in the caldera there, and Akila's been going non-stop, of course, like he does. He doesn't hold anything back. And I look down at him. We're going up like 1,000 feet, and Akila's just doing this. And for like the first time in my life, I realize that like Akila's out of energy, and his tail was down. His tail was hanging. And so we went up like 1,000 feet, 3 miles I think it was, or 2 point something, and there was a lake there, or a small pond, and we rested there, and Akila laid down, got his energy back, and we turned around and go back. Like, it would have been nice to hike further, but I follow Dog, and when Dog says we've gone far enough, we've gone far enough. Amanda's family, very kind and generous. They had to do extra because I was there, and they were very hostess-like about it, you know, and sent me some gifts. So Amanda sent me this. I'm not sure about it. Hangs so low, and it's so big. I almost don't think that this should be the backdrop of my videos. I think that actually this should hang up in my house, where you can see the whole thing. But I do kind of like it there. I'm going to leave it there for a while and see if I get used to it. I just feel so much is wasted down below. What else was I going to say? I could see why people live there. That's a really attractive place. Yeah, I think that's the highlights. Um, that's some other things that are in my mind, but like, not sure I want to talk about them now. Coming back though, coming back, I was going to retrace my steps, and I took a wrong turn. Like, to follow the road that I was supposed to go north, I actually have to go east on a different highway for just a little bit, and I'd forgotten about that. I remember it really tweaked me out when that happened coming down, because it actually didn't even say that on MapQuest. And I ended up getting on Highway 53, or I think something like that, west, and I went all the way to like 100 miles to I-5, which I thought was fine, because then I-5 is like a straight shot, high speed, no road work. And I stopped by Seven Feathers Casino, and I didn't go in. I should have gone in. Like $8 dinners and stuff like that, but I was wiped out. They have Super Deluxe Travel Center, Super Deluxe rest area that they give to the community. Probably forced to by the local ordinances or something like that. And then got up in the next morning, and actually Amanda and I were talking about like the pros and cons of motorbike riding, and it was pouring down rain the next day, and it poured down rain all day long. And I saw these people, these motorbikes, pulled underneath bridges and stuff like that, because even if they're like, people are putting on their wet weather gear, even then you still can't see crap. You know, you don't have windshield wipers on your helmet. Oh, and there was a couple accidents that that basically, like, I was making fantastic time, and then there was one particular 40 miles that took me like over an hour to do, so then I made it home, and then I had this E40 and immediately regretted it. I think I will drink those other 40s, those E40s, but I think I'll definitely do it in the Akila's got something cornered around the shed. I think I'll definitely follow the blueprint on that. I think I'll definitely down that in 10 minutes. And ice cold. Ugh. I'm sorry, E40, but this is bullshit. This was like $3. Then I pulled into my house. Everything's great in my house. I left one gunky pan out that's kind of like coalesced. Some sort of ickiness is coalesced in it. And it looks like the power went out while I was away. The clocks are flashing. But everything else looks great. My garden's going off like crazy. Grew so fast in 1 week. Anyway, happy to be back. Kind of sad and happy, and excited. Who knows? Who knows?